Hello YouTube, welcome to Sunday in the Shop. I'll try to remember to take a picture at the box. Select comfort. There is no thermostat. There's high and low and it oscillates. It does have a tip over switch. It's just a push button on the bottom. If you picked it up, it'll shut off. I ruined my little white and gray heater. Whatever comfort, control, comfort air. I know I had it in a video. What happened? Got so much gunk in the motor, it stopped. So the time I tried oiling the motor was burned up. But we're going to keep it because I can find a 110 computer fan and put in there, and it's going to blow a lot more air, and it'll be worth saving. So I'm not throwing it away. Really been enjoying the drill press. Look at all the junk. I'm looking for a cake pan or something to put all my wrenches in I use in here. Here's the old heater that used to sit up there. I think well, I know it's a Lasco. I've got it on low. And there's 2-speed fan in there, so it is keeping my feet warm down here a little bit. See my left knee? It gets cold over there. But we'll pan around here a little bit. We've been enjoying using this. See how I drilled the hole and put my key in there? This laid out my big shop with that drill press. And this had fell down on the floor, the cord did. And that was rusted from moisture. So that was in the film of this where it was all rusted and I cleaned it. Just whatever brushes and stuff in here. This has a lot of torque. Way more torque than the skill drill. So when I turn the speed down, I can really bear into stuff while I'm brushing. Shop tip. Do not use them Dremel stainless brushes too high at speed. I had them flinging bristles out and it got stuck in one of my sweatshirts and a pair of sweatpants I was wearing. I'm going to build a box like a sandblasting cabinet when I do really messy stuff, and it's going to have a filter and a fan in it. Because there's my filter box. We're tired of getting dust in here because even if you wear a dust mask, the dust is still in this building. I took a hairdryer and blew off a lot of stuff up here the other day and pushed the dust further back in there. So enough yakking. Let's see what we can do for a video here because it's Saturday. Let's see what trouble we can get into. Let's give you a close-up of this. Comfort zone. Yeah, there's no thermostat. Now, there's a white one on the same page you can click on, and it has a thing on the back that says positive. It could be a thermostat. This fan is really noisy. I mean, it blows a lot of heat. We're on low, and it really is putting a lot of heat out. Warmed it up. It's a dual element. See it? Great for the shop. Most reviews said it's great for their little garage workbench. So we can talk longer in this video, but let's think of something to do. This thing warmed up so much that boy, the grease ain't too stiff in that. This thing's really stiff when you go to use it. Really proud of that. I drilled that hole in the wood with the hole saw, and it did pretty good. I had to speed it up with the controller, but this has really been nice. Something small. I'm tired of the cordless drill and just wearing yourself out trying to drill through metal, even if it's 1/16 inch thick. You know how many holes I drilled in them little stoves for them bolts. Yeah, we need to find a cake pan or something. Because we got a pile of tools that could be in a little tray. So I don't think we're going to find anything today, but I said, look at the mess I have. Nuts and bolts. I said, let's take a little break and we'll think of something to do. Okay, we found a box to cut down, believe it or not. We measured on the desk, but we need about 7 by 10. This is 7 by 10. I'm not lying to you. I need about 7 by 10. The foot's just too long. So I got that marked out, and then you just take your knife. You want to be accurate. See where that's flat, like that? Keep it flat, go slow. You can cut toward yourself, just be careful. So we're going to cut this box down. Then we're going to show you the tools that we've been using. Because we can. It's Sunday in the shop. We can do what we want to do. Okay, what do you think? Always tape your box down so stuff doesn't fall through the hole. You know it's going to get caught into those flaps and bolts and screws. Real quick, the tools I use. This little piece of rod was left over. My brush for dusting. This usually has an O-ring on it. Remember I modified that to hold those little nuts? That's why it looks diamond shaped. Side cutters. Sharpie Magnum. This old screwdriver. Pointy tool. This is great on wood. Colored pencil set. It's whatever. Mahogany. Like a red colored lead. This had sandpaper on. I was doing the drill press board or whatever. I was needed to get somewhere to sand. Little hammer I made. Remember I showed where you can put just a nut coupler thing? How you can drill a hole and put a shank of a screwdriver in there and screw the screws and carriage wells and it will lock on that handle. So you can make you a hammer out of a screwdriver. Just parts from the hardware store. Center punch. This needs a handle. I'm tired of putting my hand against there. Marker that may not work. The famous Magnet pound-on pry-all screwdriver. It's still a screwdriver, but I use all kinds of stuff. Flux brush. Remember when I smushed it down to hold the brazing on? I also use them for epoxy. Another shameless plug. My Klein 6-inch crescent wrench. You won't get this from me if you traded me a dozen tools. Homemade pokey tool. The paracord linesman. You know we got those. A piece that 3/32 steel that I built stove with. Because this piece of junk needs redone. This is one of my first lock blade knives I bought years ago out of Menards. Probably gave 12 bucks. And it's a totally different shaped blade. It used to be serrated. My little Bremen vice grips from HF store. These are crescent. Now, I hate to tell you the truth, but I like these better than my channel locks. They're a little bit smaller and they fit in a little bit better use than I use on the bench. Nothing wrong with channel locks, they're very good. Pencil, you can see how desperate I am for a pencil. And a round file. And these are from my big parrot vise where I have my big drill and grinder in, 1/2 9/16. Of course, a wire brush. Let's see if it fits over here. Here we go. Oh, I got my Allen wrenches separate back there because I got a couple out. I need to find some cheapy ones. There. Now, ain't that better when you want to store your tools somewhere? I know the stoves and stuff are up there, but piling them tools does not work. They fall down and get lost. There you go. Let's take a break. That was a lot of work. It was brain work to figure it out, but let's take a break. I got it hot in here. That's just down on fan. That is on low, and I think it says 55. Blinky LEDs on camera. So things are a little bit cleaner. I took out the tape, my duct tape in case I need it. This is that T-Rex tape in there. I hate to tell people it's better than that other brand. I watched a guy review that. He had 2 pieces and he pulled a small car with it. So if you took 4 pieces, made a tow strap, I don't get paid to show any products. Take it out of here just because we can. You get paid to always wrap your tape up. Don't get dirt on it. There, we can do this. See that? So if you took four layers of this, you can make quite a tow strap. And if you figured out, you can make little loops on it. I watched him pull a car or a small tree. He pulled something with it with 2 pieces, truck and a little tractor. So I know four pieces. You could probably tow a car. This stuff is good. You know what? Most people know that I'm not going to tell you it's good if it's not. This stuff is sticky. I showed this in a video one day. It is really sticky gooey. And if it's cold out, heat it up in front of a heater. I've teared strips off before and then hold it in front of the heater, get the glue warm. Good stuff. Good stuff, Maynard. The sayings that you have. That's one around where I live that's been around for years. Or you know what I mean? Or imagine that. Neighbor kid had a hat years ago in the 70s, a cap, said, imagine that. You know what I mean? I know that fan's loud. Everybody's like, man, remember these? Remember the hooks made out of tree branches? Just thought I'd show you. I don't even need to take a picture. I'm sure you can figure it out. Ain't that cool? I got one in my bathroom. I hang my bath towel on. Awesome, huh? Awesome. Awesome. I know I've always promised everybody I'd show my junk drawers, but this is the middle one. The top I can't show. There's too many napkins. See that? I don't want to take all that out. Sanding roller. There's too many paper towels and junk in there. And there's tools in there. This is good supply junk. You know what this is? This I have a propane tank. Okay? And I never did finish it. You can tap it and put a fitting. This is whatever. It fools you. 8-inch pipe tap, whatever. It'll fool you. It looks better than what it is. They go by the hole. Plumbing stuff goes by the inside diameter. Okay? But this is a valve sawed off. Very useful when doing stuff. When you made them little stoves. You look down in there. Look at all these bolts and junk I've got everywhere. Exhaust pipe. I think that's too big for the garden tractor. You gotta have a flexible tape. This is plastic, it's junk. You want to go around the pipe and find the circumference. Here's the nuts that match the bolts for my stoves. See the stuff down in there where I cut pipe off and stuff and save it? Don't throw your stuff away. These are probably almost brand new hose clamps. I got some better than these, knife scale wood. I think this is a piece of oak floorboard the carpenter working on a neighbor's house gave me one time. Here's that famous grease I'm always telling you about, my Molly stuff. That's what's in my drill press where the rack and pinion where it goes up and down on the lever. I like this stuff. It's also in my drills, my antique drills, because you don't need a sticky grease. I want a grease that stays on the gears and it flings all over. It always stays syrupy. It never gets really tough. You can buy this in almost any auto parts store. I don't get paid to show none of this. This was holding my cord for that drill chuck. Remember these? Hold your chuck to the thing. We can spend all day in here. My favorite big heavy duty glue gun. Little funnel. It's the whole pack, I think, of disinfectant wipes. Don't know how they got in here. Look at the stuff down there. Pieces of chain. More pipe nipple. See that? And build exhaust pipe. That's a tapered part. They both are. See where they screw in the block? Shoe polish. There's a shoe brush in there somewhere. My blades for my weed eater. Well, let's pause and see what's in the junk bottom. The bottom is called my garbage drawer. Garbage and junk. I've got two of these. These are little miniature. It's even smaller what it shows in that picture. I mean, they're just garbage. This is like a cover for a 12-inch ruler when you buy it. Ping pong ball. Sprocket. I was trying to figure out if there's something on my stove for a burner. Leftover old sandpaper. My shot cable tool that I run. Like a Dollar Tree knives. Flux I had in the can. It should be out on my welder. A little block of wood. Just garbage and junk. Something poked me. These probably went in a piece of furniture, like my office chair. You know when you put the screws in? Well, why put the caps in? The screws are always coming loose. Exhaust pipe. Now, I know this probably fits one of my engines. Instructions for what? Oh, here's the heater I burned up. The fan. Said I had one by this company. It looked like them utility lights with the yellow handle. You know, them halogen lights. And it was junk. These are made in a different factory. I know they are. And then I've got this heater saved now. Like I said, I'm going to find another fan for it. But let's just throw them in the garbage. I said all kinds of junk. Use these for mixing epoxy and Bondo on. She's one of my first cameras, my Coolpix camera. I had some pictures I'd saved when I first started my YouTube channel. There's a golf ball, make a shifter. Just garbage, hardware cloth. Heck, let's show you what's in the top drawer. I'll move some of that garbage. Let me pause here and get this shoved back in here. Okay, this is supposed to be tools only. You know how that goes. Back so. My Tecton scissors that'll cut through tin cans. I'm gonna have to organize this, so I ain't gonna worry about too much of it. My little miniature bolt cutters. Hey, this is a good deal. $5 at Harbor Freight. This is what I showed has that little pink separate cord inside. When I did my pliers, the shell casing. This is what I used years ago when I first built my shed back in 2011. I just keep hearing use the Harbor Freight ones. Just emery paper, hole punch, more pipe nipples, polish that don't belong in here. Another Harbor Freight tape measure, back saw, my little thing I made when you bend tin over the edge of the bench, some gloves. You use that to start fires. That was like a back scratch. You can blow through it, get your fire started. Thermometer. This does not work very accurate. I should just throw it away. But you can tell if you look down, there's all kinds of junk down in here. Just oodles of junk. Stuff in there I've redone. See how stuff gets rusted in the shop? This is that polished, super polished wrench I had. I do not know why that's stuck in there. I had it hanging up, that's why. No, them S-piners. That super polished wrench I had that Road King gave me. Probably patented in 1915 Morco. Look at it. No matter what oil I put on it, it's rusted down here in the drawer. The wrench from that challenge where I did half it and then redid it. But there's junk in here like you wouldn't believe. This summer, this spring, I need to get in here and redo all this stuff. A little bit left. I've got a new tube of this. That's it. We got to get this stuff back in here. We'll never get this door shut. Okay, we shut the heater off for a moment. We're getting hot. Let's flitz this. We'll show you what we use to get a little bit of rust off. We'll probably just use our gray abrasive wheel because we do not want to wreck this. This was really nice at one time. And then we'll go over with our rotary tool with our little thing and we'll do some flitzing. So let's see what happens. We'll let you see what it looks like both sides before we'll try to come back to the same locations. We'll do that before we go today. That is a shame, isn't it? I took it down to do whatever and it got shoved in the door because it was hanging in my way. Ain't that a shame? No matter what oil I put on stuff, it can still get rusted in here. We'll be back. Okay, just with my purple scrub pad scrubby wheel, homemade. I decided to use that instead of one of them other ones. I don't want to put a whole lot of lines in. There is still rust and little pits in there. You can see it floating on there. Okay, let's give it the flitz treatment and see what happens. So we want to show this in detail. We'll be back. Stay tuned. Don't turn the channel. Hello YouTube, my name is Jim and I'm a flitzaholic. I'm down to one tool a week, so the treatments are working. That's from the comments from a video a while back. It's kind of smeary. I need some new tools. This one started slipping. I put that other thing on top. These cone things get contaminated, but I'd say it ain't too bad for a regular tool. I mean, we're out in the same area with the camera. Ka-ching. I'm going to keep this out of the drawer. We got to find somewhere to hang this up. So I was rearranging and redecorating. It got thrown in the drawer. We need to hang this up somewhere in here. There you go. We'll leave you with that this week. These things throw strings everywhere. Even the little ones. No matter what speed you're at. So, thanks for watching this week. I hope you enjoy all the mess that I showed you there in the desk.